Welcome back to another Tech Live Monday Night Tech Show. I am your host, Eric, back after an extended break on these shows. Hopefully we're in good shape. Let me know if the audio and the video is coming across. Missed you guys. I've been doing some live shows, but we haven't done a Tech Live Monday Night show since springtime last year now. I put them on hold. I'm not sure that we will be able to keep them going. It won't be weekly. I know we're going to keep them going, and I thought I'll quickly show you. Because our schedule is going to be a little loose on these, you should hopefully get notified on the YouTube channel if we're going to have one. But if you don't, what you can do is you can slide over here to my main channel page, and there's this cool section here right at the top for upcoming live streams. So you can always check here at any given time and see when the next live show is going to be. I will schedule them as far in advance as I possibly can, and hopefully that'll work out for everyone. So I see, hey, we do have chat. Jaden's here. Cheers, Jaden. Scotty is here. Cheers. 1080 and looking and sounding good. Cool. Well, hopefully it's better than my last live show where my mic was touching the desk and banging throughout. I am trying something different with the audio. I'm piping it through VST host and doing a little post-processing on it. So if my audio and video lose sync, just let me know, guys, and I'll try and remedy that. We'll go ahead and get started. I got a pile of stuff. It wasn't hard to put together content for tonight. It took me we'll see if I can get back in the swing of things here. But what we used to do, and what I'd like to do now, we'll get back to viewer comments throughout. Just throw them in the chat. We'll do some tech news. We'll do some viewer projects. A bunch of stuff from the community of hackers, makers, inventors, you name it. Everything goes here. Some stuff from the shop. Upcoming sneak peek of what you can expect to see on this channel. And we'll do a tech tip of the week. And that should take us through. William Buck is here. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see a live show. Yeah, we had a live show last week, just not Tech Live. I've been trying to do one a week here recently, as often as I can, but this is the first Tech Live we're back to in a long, long time. So hopefully I remember how to do this. Tech news this week. A lot of space news. Crazy stuff going on. So SpaceX back to work after a pretty significant hiatus after the last launch pad failure of their rocket. And the Iridium 1 took off, launched its payload, and landed spot on. Unbelievable. Crazy times we live in. Congrats, SpaceX. Awesome stuff. You can see this on the SpaceX YouTube channel. Really amazing coverage they're doing. The video quality, they just keep getting up and up. Live video from a rocket, and they're nailing it now. The downlink is incredible. It's really neat. They actually had the entire landing and re-entry of the booster stage, and really cool. All really neat. John's here. Cheers, John. More space news. I'll do all the space news first. So the X-37B, if you guys didn't know, the space plane that belongs to the U.S. Air Force, it's just crossed 600 days in orbit. Pretty crazy stuff. Nobody really knows what it's doing up there, but it is pretty neat. Like, it's a long time to be up there. Solar powered, who knows what it's doing with payload. It does have a robot arm. Don't know whether it's on board, but it's pretty neat. Little baby space shuttle. Pretty cool stuff. And today, couple of sadder things. Today, this day in history was the launch of the STS-107 Columbia, the failed mission where a foam strike ended up damaging the orbiter and lost all the crew on re-entry. Lest we never forget such things, we always need to remember these failures, because people paid their lives to make things safer, and we thank the crew. One more sad one, then we'll get on with a lot happier stuff. Gene Cernan, last man to walk on the moon, passed today. Godspeed, Gene. If you guys have seen any of the documentaries on the moon missions, he's a pretty charismatic fellow. Awesome stuff. Really enjoyed watching any of the documentaries with him involved. The world lost a true hero today. Crazy stuff. All right, away from the sad stuff. CES last week, tons of awesome stuff. CES, one of the biggest electronics and tech shows of the year, bar none. You can check them out on the Geeks Life channel as well as dozens of others channels. But Geeks Life does a pretty cool job of making things a little fun and lighthearted. And they do a lot of live shows, so check them out. This was the LG robot. There's been a lot of coverage on that LG robot. It's pretty neat stuff. Check it out on their channel. BBC News reported some cool thing. Really cool tech. I'm a little excited about this. The possibility of batteries, Lipo batteries, for phones and electronics with fire suppression built in. Pretty cool idea. We'll see how it works out. Things are crammed for space in phones, but as we put so much crazy dense amount of energy in these batteries that we need to make our electronics work, and it's kind of an interesting concept to have fire suppression built in, that if it did fail, that it could self-extinguish. Pretty neat. We'll see how it goes. I just caught this today, so I don't have a lot of info on it. And what else we got? Compute Model 3 launched today from Raspberry Pi. This is basically like a RAM slot sized Raspberry Pi. I haven't played with one personally on the older models, but this Model 3 is pretty powerful unit. I forget the specs on it offhand, but you can check it out on the raspberrypi.org website. Pretty crazy. Price is about the same as the Raspberry Pi, the Pi 3, as a standard Pi, but really, really small form factor. Really neat for some projects. We'll see. I'd like to play with one, but someday. We'll see. Some interesting stuff in the world of radio, and this crosses over into the RC hobby heavily. Now, Hackaday reported on this. I believe it was today. I heard about this before today. The American Radio Relay League, which is one of the largest ham radio orgs in the world, and it covers a lot of members in the U.S., have lodged a formal complaint with the FCC via lawyers and submitted a fairly lengthy, I think a 17 or 18 page PDF that you can link to from Hackaday, outlining these 1.2 gigahertz FPV transmitters and their problems with said transmitters. Now, it's accurate. There's no question. People using these 1.2 gigahertz units are most likely in areas, transmitting in areas they shouldn't be, in some areas of the world. And this is something I'd be interested, you guys in chat can probably chime in right away, but so in this document, they cited some common sources. You guys out there that are into FPV like me probably know these sources: Get FPV, Ready Made RC, and Hobby King, the biggest suppliers in the hobby. Now, I'll caveat, the 1.2 gigahertz isn't a really common transmitter anymore. Pretty much everybody's using 5.8, but regardless, these are available. And they will transmit on like the ADS-B frequency, which is 1080. They will cross over into it. This PDF of that they provided these links from eBay and noted, found close to 100 online offerings of these, 900 matches on eBay. And they kind of go on a little bit of a spiel here on people can get them everywhere. Well, what do you guys think in chat? What's the FCC supposed to do about this? If you go on the Hobby King website, the disclaimer is right in the product listing. Please check your local authorities regarding operation of the equipment. And you can select channels and bands, and it can be legal some places. I'm curious, is the FCC supposed to regulate these coming into the US completely? Like try and ban all these suppliers from coming in? Like guns? I'm just curious, like, what are they looking for here? What do you guys think? Like, I understand their concern, but really, what do you expect the FCC to do about this? They're not part certified, so I'm just curious. I don't disagree with their complaint because I don't think people should use them if they're not allocated, if they're not using an allocated license frequency. And the ones that they're not part certified, definitely. Be curious to know what you guys think. The spectrum allocation is complex. Your mileage may vary. Read up on the regs in your area. Yeah, just that simple. Cool. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. What else we got? Got a pile of stuff. This is kind of a neat one for you content creators out there. We have a pile of yous in, well, I don't know how many are in chat tonight. Jaden's here and Rui's here. Hey, Rui. For those of you who do live streams, the SuperChat is inbound and supposed to be here by the end of the month for all users. And I've seen this. Basically, it's donations that can be used on live streams and get people's message posted right in the chat and held there for so many seconds. I've seen these on Jay's 2 Cents and Barnacle on their live shows. This is supposed to be available to everyone. Not far off now, the end of the month. So kind of interesting for content creators. And it does cover a few countries, supposedly covers Canada for me, which is weird because I haven't been able to, none of the YouTube, like, what was it? Fan funding. Couldn't do that in Canada. So we'll see how this goes. Just interesting that this will be available soon. And if you guys want, I do have donations right down below. If you want your message shown live on the screen, scrolling across right there, you can get your message shown on the stream here too, right through PayPal. FYI. I wanted to show this one. I think I'm going to show this one to you live. Video on ViralHog YouTube channel. I don't advocate the ViralHog YouTube channel for a few reasons, but tonight I will. It's the only place I found this video sourced. Snowboarder and whistler survives the avalanche with an inflatable backpack. And this caught my eye right away. One, because it's Whistler, BC. That's a place not, well, it's the other side of the country from here, but it is in Canada. And I thought, how interesting is this? I have never heard of this technology. I've heard of a lot of avalanche safety stuff, mainly locator beacons and things like that, and recovery equipment, all kinds of cool stuff. And this one, as soon as I watched the video, I was like, wow, that is pretty neat. Let me see if I can cue it up. I'll show you guys live. Let's see. So this guy's wearing a GoPro or some kind of first-person camera. Absolutely bloody terrifying. This is absolutely crazy. But watch what happens next. It's absolutely nuts.
Oh shit. Buddy.
So he comes out completely okay at the bottom, but in the background you can hear those sounds. And I wanted to know, what is that? And what is this magical backpack that kept him on the top of an avalanche and just coasted out, and he's absolutely fine. You can go watch this on the ViralHog channel. I had to know, and I was absolutely dumbfounded by this. This was definitely someone just like us. If I can get my stuff to work. I quickly found their product listed on another YouTube channel, The Ski Club, and it's the 2016 product talk, and this is what he was wearing. And the sound that we were hearing was actually an EDF fan. An electric ducted fan, same as what we have on RC aircraft, fed with a Lipo battery. And then when you go back and watch the video on the ViralHog channel, you can actually see him pull the ripcord and it fires up this fan. And all it does is inflate the pack. It inflates this big nylon balloon. And absolutely so simple. It's just some RC gear. And the neat thing is, if you didn't stay on top from the buoyancy of just this big airbag, when you come to rest, if you're buried, when this thing deflates, it will provide a huge air pocket around and allow you some breathable air and time to live and time to get out. Just unbelievable. And this is just a product you can tell by finding it on their website that they whipped together a great idea, and there's a demo of it that just works. This is the stuff that I almost guarantee whoever came up with this was a maker not unlike all of you out in the audience to this channel. So pretty cool stuff. I was just blown away. There's the pack itself. You can buy one at $1,099 and not much to it. Well, I imagine there's a fair bit of R&D in it, probably some certifications, but simple concept. Anybody could technically make this, but proof in the pudding right there, live video that it worked. Pretty neat. Definitely an RC EDF in that pack. Pretty cool. Cool stuff. Community support time, guys. Remember, it'd be really awesome if you click a thumbs up on this video if you're not already subscribed. I would truly appreciate you subscribing, that I can catch up with you in the future. If you go over to Patreon, which is linked below, you can support me on Patreon directly. And in Patreon, you'll see there's some rewards. And one of them that isn't well known, that people aren't overly aware of, is the fact that you get access to our Slack channel, the Make Me Alliance Slack channel, where you can talk to me live or any of the other supporters anytime that we're around, day or night. We had an IRC channel before, and it was a real pain to keep it up and going, but now we have multiple Slack channels. $1 on Patreon. You can come on over and join us. Join up live. You can talk to me live. It's one of the few places I can be reached easily. You can share files. You can share content. All kinds of cool stuff. Pretty handy stuff. So, yeah, check it out. Love talking to you guys in Slack. It's kind of cool. Makes it really easy to keep up to date with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Let's see what we got. It might be fun to fill it with helium float higher. Hiller Stream, he's seen the idea before. Not sure if it was them. And PXN America said, if you can afford to be there doing it, it's not a horrible starting price. Tech will improve. Good helmets are expensive too. Yeah, absolutely. Any kind of gear is expensive now. All the certifications and stuff, everything goes through. That's alright. If it works. Especially when gear saves our lives. I like when gear saves lives. It's pretty cool stuff. That's what it's there for. Some cases. Community announcements, guys. I do have, for my UK friends, in the description below, we now have an affiliate link for Amazon UK. So if you like to support the channel, you can support us by buying from Amazon UK. We crossed 23,000 subscribers on our little community channel here last week. Thank you all. Unbelievable, crazy stuff. And what I'd really love, I set a kind of a goal for myself this year. Now that we have a good base, you got awesome people out there. We got great moderators, awesome, like totally trustworthy, awesome people who help each other out every day. I'd love to get the channel up to, I'd like to hit 100K, but for me to do that, I need to ask you guys a huge favor. Please share out the channel or this video on social media. It's just that's it. If you guys could just take a moment and share this or the channel out on any social media, it would truly help. It's the only way we can grow, and it's the easiest support. No need to pay any money or anything like that. We'll see where we can go with it. It's a lot of fun. I love where we're headed. Really love talking to you guys. Amazing group of guys. Best guys on the internet. You guys are great. What's the brew for tonight, John says? Just Coors Light. No homebrew in a long time. I haven't brewed any beer in like way over a year. Viewer projects. I love showing off what you guys are making. Just hit me up on any of the socials in the G Plus community, the forum. We do have a forum. Don't forget to use that. Just hit me up. I'd love to see what you guys are making. I really enjoy it. This week, Zach hit me up. Showed me his 3D printed quadcopters that he's been working on. Really cool stuff. This is a really neat design from Thingiverse. At least I assume that's the same one that I have. A friend of mine printed me one of these as well. I haven't got mine flying, but it's totally neat. I love the fact that we can just 3D print quadcopters and you name it at will. Pretty cool stuff. Thanks, Zach, for sharing that. Awesome. What else we got? Thanks for the congrats, guys. If you guys can share out the channel, it would mean the world to me. It really would. That's going to be my ask ongoing a lot of times. It's probably going to get old, but it's the only way. It's hard to do search engine optimization. It's hard to get the word out. YouTube is notoriously difficult for small channels to grow. It's not impossible. We've done good, but the way to really get the word out and get things moving is to have people share stuff. What else we got? Bunch of stuff from the community. This is things that I find on the internet, on the web, on mainly YouTube that I think should be shared. Often YouTube channels and other content creators here, as most of you know, who have been on this channel before. Harry Waguna, awesome YouTube channel, love his stuff. Did a complete lab tour and showed us his wall chest that he's building. Really neat stuff. Thanks, Harry, for sharing that. Go to these channels and subscribe. Disregard the fact that it says I'm not subscribed to them down in the corner here. This YouTube subscriber bug thing is really annoying. I am very much well and truly subscribed to these channels and I get to see them in my feed, but this stupid button never shows up correctly and causes people to unsubscribe in mass quantity from a lot of channels. I wish YouTube would fix that. That's my rant on that. Check out Rui's channel. I believe he's in the chat with us tonight. Did some cool stuff on what is MQTT and how it works. And this was something that I had no clue how it worked or what the basis of it was. I just knew the overall high level, and I have used it, but had no idea the under the hood. Very neat stuff. Thank you for sharing that, Rui. What else we got? Hicks in America asked, did you rename your channel? Ooh, like a year ago we switched to the Make Me Lab, I believe. I do have multiple channels. There's Make Me Media, and then there is also Make Me TV, which is the live streaming channel, which is offline right now due to a minor issue that I'm sorting out. But I have those other channels. You can link to them from my main page. Check out Louis Rossman, a channel that I've never shared here before. I'm quite certain of it because I just discovered it not that long ago. If you're into repairing anything, particularly surface mount electronics, Louis does live streams basically every single day repairing MacBook, laptop stuff. And it's absolutely fascinating to watch. It's totally neat. Does a great job, fixes them time and time again. Great stuff if you're looking to learn how to do SMD soldering and repair surface mount stuff. You'll learn a ton by watching the channel. Love it. And Jason said, when you moved to the new account, you lost that sub status. It's still there, but the bottom doesn't show as subscribed. No, this is a bug. This happens. I've resubscribed to David Watts by clicking this button weekly because I've been testing it. And David probably sees me come and go in his subscription status all the time. It's just a display bug. It's been around for years on YouTube. It's not new. It's an old complaint. But when people only click the button once, they end up unsubscribed. It's just because it's a stupid display issue. I've learned to just ignore it. Like, here's another example. This is KnowHow channel. At the bottom, you can see it says, I am not subscribed to this channel. Yeah, I am. I get the notifications. I've resubscribed to this one too, just to see, because it annoys me when that button doesn't show right. KnowHow channel, awesome channel on YouTube for everything tech and electronics. This was a really neat video, intro to oscilloscopes kit with Smitty. Interesting that they had a bit of an expert on the show and went over these oscope kits, which I find honestly to be a little bit of a waste of money. truthfully. I found those kits anytime I've played. I didn't play with the kits, I played with the pre-made USB scopes, and I found them to be junk. More frustrating than they were worth by a long shot. They're just no good. But it was a really cool video showing how that worked. Lewis let out the magic smoke. Awesome. Mostly Harmless RC. I'm not sure whether I've shared this channel here before. If you're into RC stuff, awesome stuff. He's a small up-and-coming channel. 103 subscribers. Go over there and show him some love. He does a great job. In this case, it was a simple RC airboat. I love these simple projects that anybody could make for a few bucks with hardware they potentially already have, and then some like chloroplast. I think that's what you call that signboard, that corrugated signboard that you can get. Like election time is a great time to grab some of those signs. Make all kinds of RC airboats and planes. Not that I'm advocating stealing election signs, but there's plenty to have right after the elections are over. Check out Mostly Harmless RC. Great channel. Awesome stuff. What else we got? Simone's channel. The queen of something robots. Try and keep this channel clean. She's the queen of shitty robots. That's her call sign, and it works for her. It's awesome stuff. I didn't really watch much of her videos early on because I truly wasn't really interested in it. But in this case, this robot serving beer, I'll be honest, I laughed like crazy at this. But at the halfway point, go check it out. I dare you to not laugh. It's pretty good. She does a good job, really good job making completely pointless projects. Neat stuff. Grant's Pass TV Repair, a channel I found not that long ago. Really, really neat stuff. This one was dental equipment repair from water damage. I love seeing live electronics and component repair, real world stuff that teaches me a better way to go about my troubleshooting or repair of something that I've never seen done before, or a different type of damage that I wouldn't expect to see. I love these full, kind of raw videos of just simple repairs. I like fixing things. I hate throwing stuff in the landfill if I don't have to, so that was cool. And one that I don't believe I have ever shared here before. The channel is actually called Death Wears Bunny Slippers. Check him out. It's pretty neat. The guy actually bought a nuclear missile silo, decommissioned one. The thing had been completely decommissioned too, filled with concrete and rock and water. And he's restoring this thing, and it's pretty impressive stuff. It's pretty crazy. He's at the beginning stages of this, but they're doing really neat. The challenges are just, he has way more ambition than I'll ever have. Just dealing with just air quality issues alone just blows my mind. It's a pretty neat channel. How many channels out there are restoring a nuclear missile silo? It's only on YouTube, guys. Not going to find that on Netflix. Great Scott channel, a channel I have shared before. If you're not subscribed, you should be. How does induction heating work? A very, very cool, complete start to finish overview of how induction heating actually functions and what it does and how to build your own. Of course, as per Great Scott channel always. He's doing so good, and I can see why. The quality of his videos is just amazing. Just love it. Crazy stuff. And that is that. Rui said thanks for sharing his video. You are welcome, Rui. Awesome stuff. What else we got? A little bit of stuff from the shop. Things from this channel. Because I haven't done this live show in forever, I'm just going to say, go to my channel and look at the recent videos if you want to see what came from the what we put out lately. There's been a pile. There's so many since we last did this particular live show. I can't count them all now. It's more than one a week, usually 2 videos a week on average, all told, except for a couple weeks there where I was off due to some things. One worth checking out, though, this one seems to be doing very well, and it's a video I'm kind of proud of. It was a fun little project, EduCase project build, using the Raspberry Pi to receive the Outernet satellite transmission on the L band. The kit, the simple project that I put together, I didn't do it from ground up. It was the equipment was from Outernet, but the video has sort of taken off, 140,000 views in a matter of, I think I published it in mid-November. So some people seem to like it. It's got lots of thumbs up, over 2,000 of them. So that one's worth checking out. And Gaming Braden said, yay, Raspberry Pis. Yeah, definitely some of those. Montrealer dudes here. Cheers. Little sneak peek. What have we got? What did I have? Should I do something live? I think I should. Come on. The computer is just being a little bit finicky right at the moment. When I get click happy, it gets grumpy. How's my audio sync? Is it still good, guys? Hasn't gone out of sync or anything? Let me know. Why are you like this, cum pooper? I just want you to listen. Wow, it is really grumpy. That's why I ask about the audio sync, in case that really messed it up. There's a little glimpse of some of the upcoming videos. There's a few that, quick, look fast. Some of the stuff coming up, and let's go. Can we get this to work? Yeah, I think we can. See if we can get the second webcam to work. Yeah, I guess you don't have to look real fast, because I just can. I have a pile of... I've got so many ideas for videos right now, but I just need the time to make them. So, this is an interesting one. Have you guys seen this before? This is the Microduino M-Cookie Kit. They sent this to me not for review. They just sent it to me. They said, do you want one of these? And I said, let me check out your stuff. And I read all about it. So what these are is there's microcontrollers, Arduino-based microcontrollers, as well as little different, I don't know what you would call these. They're basically like Lego blocks. And they snap together with magnets and pogo pins, and you can just build them by setting them on each other. Absolutely crazy, but the quality is absolutely incredible on these. And in the bottom of this box is a whole bunch of sensors and stuff. Really, really kind of interesting. I don't know what to think of it, to be honest. So I'm going to try it out and play with it a bit, and then... So these are a little pricey to buy. That was my only concern when I took it on for review, is whether I would actually buy one myself. And I wouldn't, I don't think. But I would if I wasn't in the position I am right now. If I wasn't as far along with microcontrollers and stuff, I think I would buy one. And I decided, okay, that's good enough. I can accept that for review. And because it is bloody cool. But then what I want to do is I want to repurpose it after and donate it to hopefully a local school, or maybe even a tech club. We'll see who I can locate. And I figured that'll give me, it's kind of like doing the right thing on the channel. It's not as good as, say, our Without Borders project, or the Kiva lending program that I've been doing, that I've been lending. Like, I have a fund that I lend to, you can check it out on makeme.org, where I lend to 2 Filipino farmers, and then there was 2 before that. It's only a small amount of money, but I use YouTube earnings to do that. Anyway, I thought I could donate this and kind of do the right thing with a local tech club or local kids. And that was another reason I accepted it. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun little kit. Sync reasonable good. Slight echo, but it may be me. Yeah, hopefully not echo. We shouldn't be getting any echo. Gaming Bren hasn't seen that before. Good stuff. Well, we'll see how it works. I don't think they didn't get a lot of PR. When I went and looked them up, they're big, but truly, it was hard to find information on them. They weren't overly common, that's for sure. And what else we got? All right, we're getting down to the end of things here now, guys. Maddie asks, hey Eric, can we have one more video on the Arduino 101? Would love to see more of those. I would if I had it, but I don't. I actually gave that away on the channel. There was a giveaway. I did the initial look at it, and then I did the contest announcement where it was just, I think I did the entries on Instagram, and then I gave it away, and I mailed that off. I want to say, I forget what country it was in Europe, the winner, but I sent that off, and yeah, don't have it anymore. Sorry. And I don't think I'll buy another 101, to be honest. I don't. The Arduino 101 is funny. It's kind of in that gray area between an Arduino and a Pi. And with the price of the Pi Zero, if we could actually get them, I don't see why people would pay for the Intel Curie on the Arduino 101, to be honest. Now, it had the Wi-Fi on board, but didn't have Bluetooth. So, it has the Wi-Fi, but you can buy a Wi-Fi dongle for like $2 from eBay and stick that into your Pi Zero, and for less like a third of the price of the 101, you have not as much I/O, and the analogs are a problem, but you have a pretty significantly powerful unit that you can expand the I/O if you wanted. You could also just buy a full-fledged Raspberry Pi for $30-ish, and that's only, I think, 5 or so more than the 101 was when I had it, and have pretty much the same deal. So I don't know. I didn't find it that appealing of a board. I accepted it. I took a look at it. I played with it. I like the processor on it. I like the Wi-Fi, but kind of a tough one. And then you can also go. So here's the. We can talk micros all night, but the other flip side too is you can go to an ESP8266 base model like the Wemos D1 Mini. Now I'm buying those right now for $3.50 a piece. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of I/O, but it's got the Wi-Fi on board, and it's $3.50 and a pretty decent little processor. Nothing crazy, but good enough for most things. So yeah, I don't think I'll do 101 again. That's my long story on that. Any other questions? Just throw them in, guys, and I'll do my best to get to them. So we are just about at the end of things. I have a really simple tech tip of the week, and we'll see. Maybe I think a lot of you guys here, this will be nothing. This is kind of a waste of time for you guys, but I got to do it anyway because I've been asked twice in the last few weeks about this. And I give up trying to make my computer work. Oh, wow. It is angry. I hope my audio sync's still good. Seems how the processor just took something. Quick little tech tip of the week. This is nothing. This is super easy, but it comes up a lot. Surprisingly more than what I thought it should. Screwdriver. I got asked multiple times now, where do I buy a magnetic screwdriver to be able to pick screws up from the bin with the screwdriver? And I'm like, really? You don't, like, you want to go buy one? And I thought people were joking, but they weren't. Magnetize a screwdriver by taking your magnet and scrape it down the magnet, same direction over and over and over and over, and do that a few times, and then all of a sudden your screwdriver is now magnetic, and it wasn't a moment ago. If you want to demagnetize your screwdriver, you don't need a fancy demagnetizing rig, and I hope this, actually I have clip guard on, the audio should be good. Take it, and smack it against something else quite hard, and that will re-randomize all of our good little molecules and make them not so magnetic anymore. It's just that simple. I know that's basic for some of the crowd here, but I'm surprised at how often this comes up. And I really did think it was a joke at first, but there is legitimately up-and-coming people into the hobby don't know how. They were never told. Maybe they don't have a shop teacher nearby or something. Maybe they just didn't know. And yeah, that's how you can magnetize and demagnetize your screwdriver. Simple, simple, simple. Don't anger the pixies. Yeah, AV for sure. All right, guys, that is pretty much the end of what I have prepared for the broadcast. I will be in the Slack chat tonight after the broadcast. If any of you supporters who have access want to slip over, or if any of you new people want to join the Slack, you just go over to Patreon and throw $1 or whatever in the hat, and you'll get an invite to join the Slack channel, and we can talk live there. I usually try and show up there after the shows for a little while, just like we did with IRC back in the day, but I will see you guys there. That is it for tonight. Really glad you guys could join me. It was a fun broadcast, fun chatting with you guys. I don't believe we will do this show next week, but I think I'll try a live from the lab repair show. But regardless, like I said at the beginning, you can go over to my channel main page and see when we're going live next for this Tech Live show. Have a fantastic week, guys. I will see you with a brand new video for sure Friday.